Good evening, live at 5. Hello. Oh, you were quick. Straight off the mark. Hi everyone. Nice to see you. Oh, hello. Hey Sharon. How are we all doing? Hi Shaquila. Hi. Hello Megan. Annette. All the usual suspects. Hi everybody. Hi Grace. Hello Helen. Lovely to see you all. Wow. How are we all doing? Thank you, Judy. We had a busy week. Hi Nadia. Hi Emma. Hello. Oh, I loved your dress, Nadia. It was stunning. In fact, I enjoyed looking at all the pictures from your entire trip. It looked amazing. Don't need to rub it in about being in Paris last week, Grace. Who wasn't in Paris last week? I think my auntie was in Paris last week. And Mary Ellen was in Paris last week. Have I missed something? Was there a deal on? Are we all feeling festive? Are we all getting there? People keep coming into the shop and saying, are you ready for Christmas? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. No, it's like the 10th of December or whatever. Just no. Oh, happy birthday to you then. What a lovely treat. I've only ever been to Paris on a day trip and I'd love to go again and do it a little bit more properly. Are we all sewing this week, or are we all just caught up in the pre-Christmas kerfuffle? It's a bit of the kerfuffle here. I've kind of got to the end of all of the festive workshops and events here, and then sort of quite suddenly realised that I need to actually do some Christmas shopping. So vigorously trying to catch up at the minute, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I actually don't feel all that great today. I felt a little bit, I felt great this morning, and then after lunch I just thought, oh, I feel a bit, ugh. So yeah, put the makeup on, drink the coffee. Keep the show on the road. Oh, you've had no sewing time. No, that seems to be the way at this time of the year, doesn't it? So I don't have a huge amount of anything particularly new to share this week. Well, as I say that, I do have a few brand new cotton jerseys to share, but I'm just going to show you those pretty quickly. We'll have a little chat, and then I'm going to head home and get some rest because I'm quite tired. And Mr. Stitches is out on one of his works Christmas do's this evening. So yeah, I'm gonna have a nice quiet evening in with the cat. Can't wait. Great stuff. So I think some of you may have already seen some of these jerseys because they have already been going out in today's orders. And these are a bit limited edition. So, hi Alice. My supplier got in touch earlier this week and said, we've got these jerseys and they're just a limited amount of stock. Do you want some? Yeah, of course. So, oh, Emma, that does sound a little bit pressured. So these are all your usual 95% cotton to 5% elastane t-shirt weight jerseys. So they're just that lovely generic weight, which is perfect for your tops, t-shirts, dresses, all that kind of thing for the kids. Can't seem to get enough of, hi Michelle, of leopard prints at the moment. They seem to be really, really popular. So I thought I would snap a couple of slightly different looking leopards up. Now this one's on a lovely rust coloured base. Just going to hold this up so you can see it a bit closer. This is a lovely sort of terracotta rusty orange. And then we've got these larger sort of swathes of print within that print, if you will. So over more of a distance, you're getting more of that sort of larger effect there. And yeah, it's just very rich and warm, not overly you know, it's nice to be looking at a fabric that's not festive, because then we can be thinking ahead to January. Hi, Susie, look, it's a leopard print. So there you go. You get the idea there. I'm just going to show you that up against me on a slightly larger scale. You can see how that moves. I'll show you the stretch, because these are nice. Very nice. Trouser weight fabric. Yes, I said I would last week, didn't I? So we'll get some out. Yeah, where is Ruan when you need her? So there's the stretch and the recovery on those. You can see how that's snapping back. So that's lovely. That is the rust leopard one. Some of this has already gone out today, actually. Although not as much as the next one that I'm going to show you. Let's get this folded back up. Hello. Oh. Right, with my tidying. Just been working on my jumpsuit. I'll have to talk to you about that in a moment. Okay, this one is a more colourful leopard print and a little bit more sort of abstract. Not quite as obvious. It's a bit more splodgy, I feel. Very much sort of primary colours in this one. We've got the sort of reds, greens, blues, yellows going on. Just lovely and loud. Loud, but not too much. Yeah, just be nice for your sort of tops, t-shirts, that kind of thing. Pyjamas. You can see there. I'm going to hold up so you just get the idea of that a little bit closer. I'm not sure how the colours are coming through on screen, but you get the idea. Very, very nice. Oh, I'm wondering what I'm going to have for my tea, actually. I think everybody else has had pizza at home, so probably that. That's where my head's at right now. I'm thinking about food. Okie doke. And then after the leopards, we have some nice ones with, well, they're all nice, aren't they? But we have some lovely ones with stars on. I'm just going to have a sip of this. This is not tea. I had a little bit of mulled wine left over from last week's social. And I went in the kitchen and I was like, I'll just warm the mulled wine up. That'll be lovely. Oh, chicken pie. Nice. Have you made the chicken pie or have you bought the chicken pie? That's the question. Do you like a bit of like chicken, leek and bacon in a pie? Right. We digress. Let's just talk about food. Okay, so little stars. These are all really sweet little white stars and we've got 3 different colourways. So get stuck in with this gorgeous royal blue. Oh, well done, Karen. Thank you, Yvette. Oh, everybody on the mulled wine. I love it. Merry Christmas. Just a perfect size of star. I have a minor obsession with stars and star prints, to be fair. I really do love them. So, again, all the same applications with this one. Cotton jersey, all of your tops and dresses. Well, that'd be nice in an Estelle dress, wouldn't it? Nice for the little ones as well because it's a nice small print. But yeah, really do like that. Very sweet. This one feels a little bit softer than the leopards, actually. Judy, you rebel. But you can get an idea for scale there. I need to look out pictures because this looks very, very similar to a jersey print that I had many moons ago, and I made the Juno pyjamas from Tilly's Make It Simple when it first came out. So, but I don't have those pyjamas anymore because I wore them to death. But I'm sure it looked just like this. So I'll see if I can find a picture for you because it's on my grid somewhere. But yeah, so that's nice royal blue with the stars. I should mention all of these jerseys are £12 per metre. So quite a nice price for jersey. That's not out of the way. And then we have 2 more colourways. We've got this nice sensible grey, which gave me a bit of a headache with red matching this morning, I'm not going to lie. But being nice and neutral, this is going to layer nicely. I'm thinking like when you're under things like your pinafore dresses and your dungarees, that kind of thing. It's just going to layer nicely and just be that little bit more subtle than some of the louder colours. And then finally, we have this beautiful fuchsia pink, which is not quite as subtle, but is gorgeous. So it's coming off quite sort of raspberry on here, but it is very pink. Just gorgeously pink. I'm sure you can see that there. So there we go. So those are the new cotton jerseys, and when they're gone, they are gone. But I figured that all of those are very much the sort of prints that you can just wear and love at any time of year. Not just for Christmas. Okay. Gonna pop that there. Now then, the next two fabrics that I'm just going to run by you, we have seen before, and I have had in before, but I've had restocked, and there's a small tail. So a few years ago, I made family matching Christmas pajamas, and I thought it was a one-off. Hi, Deb. And I made them for the shop window when we were in the old shop, and took them home on Christmas Eve, and we all wore them, and it was great. So I thought it was a bit of a one-off job, but it turned out that 2 years later, my daughter went, oh, it's that time of year where you make us all matching pajamas. So last year I made the kids some pajamas for Christmas, and I was kind of hoping to get away with it this year, but I started to panic and think, what if she asks for the pajamas? So I was looking at the Christmas fabrics that I have left, and I don't really have enough of any particular one to do at all. So I thought, right, while I'm buying, I'm going to rebuy the gonks that I had in. And when Mr. Stitches was here yesterday, I said to him, oh, I need to ask you about the gonks. And he went, oh, I can't be doing with gonks. I don't like them. And I was like, so you won't want Christmas pajamas with gonks on? And he was like, oh, have I said the wrong thing? No, you were honest, so there we go. So he might get some or he might not, we'll see. But this is actually a French terry. And I did order this in thinking, you know, I'd do some last minute family pajamas, but it doesn't matter. If it's still here next year, it's not going to go off, is it? So, men just know how to say the right thing. So we've got it in two colourways, and this is the grey. I think somebody has ordered some of this afternoon, actually. Been trying to keep on top of orders and make sure I got as many out today as I could, just to make sure that we're getting ahead in the post. But I know I haven't cut this one today. So you can see this, they are very cute. Don't know what his problem is, really. But not overly thick and not overly thin either. It's that lovely middle of the road. We've got a little bit of stretch, but not huge amounts. So it will be lovely for sort of snuggly jogger type bottoms, I think. Maybe I'll just do me and Juliet. I know she'll appreciate the effort. So that's the grey colourway. And then we have the lovely red colourway as well. Oh, it's going round. I thought I would do it like they do on TikTok and move the order counter to here. I've just had to go and buy an extension lead. But yeah, if you place an order, it goes around. It's a source of endless entertainment in the shop. It terrifies people because I have it near the till usually. And then when they pay at the till, it goes round. And then they're like, oh, what's that? Right, and the same fabric, the same print in this lovely festive red. If you watched the Northern Soul Sisters vlog, this is the fabric that Tamlin took when she was here. You've been waiting for it to count up. Oh, good. That's nice to know. Sometimes it goes round and I haven't noticed that I've had a sale come in and we're like, ooh, there's something. It's good fun. I'm a fan of a gimmick. And this is the red colourway. So you can see it's a proper Christmas red, that. I like that. I might have to have something in that one. Just over a week. maybe a week and a half, we can do that, can't we? It's very, very soft and lovely. You're making Harold some belt bags. Lovely. Oh. Yeah, get ordering, people, and then it'll go around. So that's all of the jersey that I've had in this week. And also, one sec. This came back and has literally flown out today. So this is Cuddle Fleece. I'm just going to apologise to YouTube if by the time this goes on YouTube it's not in stock anymore. This sold out really quickly last time, and I've got it back in and it's been selling through again. I should have bought twice as much, but it's a beautiful soft Cuddle Fleece. This is the last metre, so I apologise. 1.2 metres on here, so if you do order the last metre you'll get that entire last piece. Have I any ribbon to match the grey gonks? Yes, I would say I can't remember what you call it. Let me go and have a look, one sec. Back. I think that this one is the mid-grey. So it's more of a charcoal kind of colour. But that kind of tones in nicely there. I think because the beards are kind of sketchy, it's going to show up nicely there. I did bring over the dove grey, but that really doesn't really match. You could use red as well, or black, but I think that mid-grey is the best. Will the ribbon match the grey star jersey? Well, let's take a look. So both of these, you would never think there was so many shades of grey, would you? Never mind 50. It's about 400 in here. It went round again then, didn't it? I really want to see if we can get it to 19,000 by the end of the year. That would be nice. Okay, so that's the mid-grey with the grey star. So it's not a perfect match, but because the mid-grey ribbon is mild, it kind of blends well, rather than, like if you show you it with the dove grey, it's just not right. I mean, it's not wrong either, but it's not, nothing ever matches perfectly. There's so many different variations and nuances of colour. It's unbelievable. So when people come into the shop and they say, I want a grey thread, and I'm like, oh, what kind of grey? You know, we could be looking at a light silver, or we could be looking at an almost charcoal black. It's work with me, people. So that's those ones. Whew. I definitely don't feel too great this evening, I'm not going to lie. I feel a bit, whew. We have a Christmas market on here tomorrow, if you're coming into town at all. Quite excited for that, and I'm supposed to be here at 7:30 in the morning to help set up, so I better feel better by morning, is all I'm going to say. Right, I'll just have a mouthful of this, and then I will grab some trouser fabrics for Elaine. And I can update you a little on the jumpsuit and yesterday's stories. Thank you to everybody that sent me a message. I think I had about 40 DMs last night. And I do appreciate every single one of them. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the love for the jumpsuit when I tried it on yesterday. However, I really wasn't having a great day yesterday. I just was not feeling myself, and yeah, I think that was probably a precursor to feeling a little bit under the weather today. So that probably explains that, but what I was trying to say through that story wasn't particularly the jumpsuit was the problem, it was more me. And what do you mean by burnout, Emma? I don't know what you mean by that. What's burnout one? Can you describe it a bit more? Yeah, so it was more a case of it was me rather than the jumpsuit. So it's, to answer a few questions, it's the Izzo So's Rydal jumpsuit that I decided to make in the end. And in the pattern it has a drawstring, but I've just decided to replace it with elastic because I don't really want a drawstring in velvet. That would be a bit strange. So I'd had put elastic in and I'd gone to try it on and I was a bit, But what's nice is it's not gaping. It's a lovely fit on the wrap. But it definitely needs a bit of something. And I have quite a lot of leftover fabric. Thank you, Emma, yeah, because it's a... I had a massive cock up cutting it out. I did the classic. So you've got this trouser piece. Instead of having a trouser front and a trouser back, it's a single trouser piece, but it's too wide to go on the fold. So you have to cut it singly. So guess what I did? I didn't turn it over, so I cut two legs the same way up and I went to put them together and I was like, these just won't work. And I was like, oh, need to cut another leg. Had to cut some more fabric to do that. It was just like, yeah, one of those. So I do have quite a lot of fabric left, so I think I will make just a nice sash belt to go with it. I had to chuckle a little at all the comments that were like, oh, you just need some really like glam heels and a fancy bag. I was like, I'm gonna wear this at home on Christmas Day. So maybe I could do with some glam slippers. Oh, the pattern that it had elastic in originally. Yeah, it makes more sense, doesn't it? I mean, you're making a channel anyway, so I thought, well, I'll just slip 19mm elastic round it and that'll do for me because the whole lot's just stretch on. I just wanted it to be secret pajamas. But yeah, I'm persevering with it. I think it was just more a case of me not feeling it rather than, yeah, it's not the jumpsuit's fault. Okay, sparkle flock and trousers. Let's have a see what we've got, because there's quite a few things for trousers, and it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to show you trouser fabrics because they are quite dark and they're quite plain, but we'll have a go. Now then, you wanted dark, didn't you? So we'll see how dark we can go. Right, that's enough waffle. So we've got this this is the tan polyviscose twill, and this is just a classic suiting fabric in a beautiful brown shade. This is an absolute bargain because it's only £7 for a metre, so it's lovely for the price. That nice sort of chestnut kind of brown colour. That's one option. And then we get into slightly fancier territory here. This is, oh no, this isn't that fancy. Well, I mean, it's nice, but it's not got any wool in it as well. I was getting at there. This is a pinstripe suiting. Very beautiful. This is a black base, and the pinstripe there, it's like a double pinstripe, so we've got a cream and a blue in the stitching there, which is just very, very elegant and classy. That would make beautiful trousers. So this is £12 a metre, and this one is a blend of 46% polyester to 48% viscose and 6% lycra. So actually a good amount of give in that one, so that would make lovely comfortable trousers. There's loads of that as well. I wonder why you haven't sold. What's wrong with you? Is this when I find out that it's not actually on the website? Not that that's ever happened before. Now, the next one is 100% wool. Oh, it's just gorgeous. This is navy blue, and again we've got a very delicate pinstripe. A very sort of deep, what I would refer to as a black navy, so a very deep navy blue going on there. So just a lovely delicate pinstripe. You can see the drape. Wool is just beautiful in suitings. It's not for everybody. Mr. Stitches has a wool allergy. which is inconvenient. But if you can wear wool, then it's just lovely. It keeps you warm in the winter and cool in the summer. It's thermoregulating. I'm often asked if the wools are machine washable, and the answer to that question is always, I don't know. Because I don't always get that information from the suppliers. Often they are dead stock fabrics, or we just don't have the information that comes through with them. My advice is always to cut a swatch, measure your swatch, and do a test wash and see how it comes out. Most machines have a delicates or a wool setting, so I would give it a go and see how you get on. I know a couple of them, like for example, I've washed the silver wool suiting that I have on the shelf, and that came out fine. So, but never ever just get your fabric and lob it in the machine. I will not be held responsible for that. The official advice is always to dry clean, but that's not always practical. So sometimes you might get away with it. Always test a swatch first. This one is beautiful, and I really don't think the colour is going to come through on the screen here. Again, we are 100% wool, and this one is forest, so it's a very deep green, and I just have so much trouble showing greens on camera. iPhone cameras don't like greens. But yeah, lovely, lovely deep green on that one. There's not very much of that left. And then we have a few cotton suitings, which is an unusual base, but actually really, really works. This one has is a navy blue with a grid. And this was on the blog, the latest blog post actually that Maz posted. So you can see this one made up over on the blog. She made the Friday Pattern Company Bernadette skirt, and it's really beautiful. So this is very soft and smooth, and it does have a 99% cotton to 1% elastane, just to give it a touch of something. I don't know if 1% elastane is going to give you much stretch, but maybe a touch. So I hope that gives you an idea of some of the trousery fabrics that we have. Let me know if it helps, because there's quite a lot to pick from there. But those are my more sort of classic suitings, if you will. Now then, Emma, this one. Sparkle Flock. We did have this one out last week, didn't we? Oh, okay. Let's get that tag off and then. I can't get the tag off, never mind. You're welcome, Elaine. I hope that helps you. Is it Sparkle Flock? Sparkle Flock Stretch Velvet. That's the one. Oh, I see what you mean by burnout. Right. I thought you just meant I was burnt out. That could be accurate. Yeah. So again, semi-sheer. And then we've got the leopard design, which is like a flocked sort of velvety feel, and it's got a tiny bit of sparkle in it. So, oh, there's Mr. Stitches. Hello, goodbye. He's going off on his his works meal. I think he's come to park his car in the car park, actually. So yeah, we've got some stretch there. See there? I think it's really sexy. It's really beautiful. It has a kind of I sort of feel like it has a bit of a wet look from a distance. I don't know. I just think it's really gorgeous and a touch underrated. And I think, as we mentioned last week, the results of this would really depend on what you put underneath it in terms of if you decided to line it. So there we go. Thank you, everyone. Is there any more for any more? Or are we good there? Ooh. I need to go home and get myself some rest. More than ready. The trouble is with these fancy fabrics is they don't sit on the shelves very well. Right, everyone. any more for any more? Or am I gonna fly off and go and get a bit of a rest? Have a hot toddy. Yeah, do you know, I don't have any whiskey. And I really do like whiskey, but I don't have any. Strategically so, because, you know, keep drinking it. So I'll just have a gin and tonic instead, that'll be fine. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for everybody that's ordering. I can see orders popping up. The little thing will go around in a moment. So, oh, thank you. Yes, it's the Billy. It's from... It's from when the Billy first came out, actually. I know, Mary Ellen, it's an absolute travesty, isn't it? Yeah, big Baileys. Yeah, I can do that, definitely. Oh, thank you, Emma. Thanks, everybody. I'm sure I'll be fine. If you are local, please do come down and check out our Christmas market tomorrow. We're very excited to share it with you. We've got over 30 traders, which is a really good number. People locally have complained a lot in recent years that we don't have Christmas markets here. So we've worked really hard to try and pull something together. We've got lots of independent makers and lots of really cool little things going on. Lots of food. Yeah, just loads of good stuff. Yep, the sleeve is awesome. 10 out of 10 would recommend this one. Right, thank you, everybody. Did you see it go around? Yay. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you next week for the last Live at 5 of 2024. Can you believe it? I don't know where this year has gone, but there you go. One more week, one more Live at 5, and yeah, I will see you then. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy sewing. Bye-bye.